emotions are the things that came in between us. You never let me touch, you never let me love you. In the end, my heart was defeated. Love.
I never thought you would leave me. I thought you need me. Left me alone to pick up the pieces. I pick up the Jesus piece. I never thought it would end like this. She say, what were you thinking? I never thought it would end, I guess. Man, what was I thinking? Now every time I get stressed, I roll up a blunt, I start tweaking. Now every time I get dressed, I'm leaving your bitch cause she tweaking. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-dong. Oh, I thought I heard you call, but I guess that I was wrong. Even though you did me wrong, I just had to do you wrong. That don't mean we don't belong. We just petty and it's all. I dismiss it when you call. Oh, you blocked, oh, that's just wrong.
Alright guys, so here we are, Chronicles, episode 1, with our first guest, Alex, also known as SKorzano. SKorzano here is a local rapper from the 956, based out of San Benito and Harlingen. He does rap music. He has family members in the music industry as well. I mean, I'll go ahead and let him explain that, but SKorzano, how are you doing, man?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Now, first things first, let's go ahead and get down to basics. Tell us, man, where are you from?
I'm from Minnesota. I was born there. Then I moved around a whole lot as a kid, like a whole lot. I was on Section 8 for a while. I was too broke to be on Section 8, so then they kicked me off. And then I was homeless for a long time, like just moving back and forth. And then I moved to Atlanta, then I moved back to Minnesota, then I moved to Tennessee, then back to Minnesota, then like Texas, and Minnesota, Texas, Minnesota, like just back and forth a whole lot. And I just got back from Chicago, actually.
All right, that's cool, man. And I see that not only are you a musician, but I see these tattoos on yourself. Tell us about that. Are those your own or?
Facts, yeah. I do all my own tattoos, and I was even doing like tattoos on like other people too, but I do all my tattoos just because one of my brothers, Di Solemn, he gave me like my first needle, and he's just like, he's a big tattoo artist right now. He goes on like tours and stuff, and he told me one day, he was like, let me tattoo up, and I was like, nah, like, I gotta be the first person to like leave ink on my body, then you can do it after. But look, I haven't seen my brother in like 3 years, so I haven't really got a tattoo by him. So I kind of just like did them myself. So I got tattoos on my face that I did myself. I got tattoos on my hands that I did myself. Like just kind of like all over.
That's cool. And what's you have a machine for it or what do you?
No, I just do like stick and poke.
Stick and poke. Cool.
Yeah, it takes hours.
What was your first tattoo?
My first tattoo, it's on my knee. It's this SK36, and it's just SKorzano and my manifestation number, 36, and that's like a big part of like who I am today. Like manifestation is real life. It's cheat codes.
There you go. What brought you to the name SKorzano?
SKorzano kind of came from like I really wanted to. I like Childish Gambino a whole lot, and before I started like taking my own music seriously, I really wanted to be like kind of like a cover artist for rap. Before I thought that was like corny, but like I wanted to do like Childish Gambino songs, but instead of saying like Bino or like Gambino, I wanted it to like be my own name. And he has this song on Because the Internet called World Star, and that's like he mentions like Martin Scorsese, and I was like, dang, like Scorsese, like Skorzano, and then boom, like it just came together and it stuck. But now like I have like a little iteration with it, like the S and the K are like capitalized, and like the S stands for like city and it's spelled different, you know, and the K stands for like country, you know, instead of like how it's usually spelled like with C's, the city to country, because that's just like me. I keep moving back and forth.
Yeah, so for example, how you said you're from Chicago or Minnesota and you came back, or you came to Texas.
Yeah.
That kind of sense?
Yep, that type of sense.
Cool. So you have a series on here on SoundCloud known as called I Love Typo. Tell us about that series, man. How'd you come about that, and what's it about?
So I made this song, and like I wrote everything, and I just really wanted this girl on it. Her name is like Typo, and so like I was like, hey, like you want to hop on this song, and she did, and then like that song's called I Made a Song About You. And that's how like we finally made like a first song together. And then she asked me, she said, oh, you want to hop on this song? And like it could be like a remix or something. And she sent me like this open verse. And I was like, yeah, I'll hop on it. And she sent it to me. And I was like, dang, this is fire. And I freestyled on it. And then like that became a I Love Typo 3 through 6. And that's like, I don't know, one of my favorite songs. It just actually hit 1,000 views like just like 2 days ago. And then I was like, dang, like I only named it like part 3 through 6 because Tyler the Creator has like this song like Dark Keys or something like that. Like it's like one of the longest like titles ever for like a song, but it has like remix, radio edit, part like 6 through 12 or something like that. It's like a very long like name. So I just really wanted this to be like a real long name. And then like I just turned it into a series because I was like, dang, like it's a part 3 through 6, so now I need 1 through 2. So then I made like a 1 through 2. I laid it down, like I just found like a random beat on the internet. I was like freestyling, I was really feeling it. And then like that's just like what it came to be, and now I got like more on the way.
And who is Typo, and how'd y'all meet up, or who messaged who first for music, or did you message her to make you beats, or did she message you to be on your beats? What happened there?
What happened was back when I was in high school, I was like seeing this girl, and like she knew that I was like a SoundCloud artist, and I was like, oh, you already have SoundCloud on your phone? She was like, yeah, like I have it just for like one of my friends, like she makes music and I critique it. And I was like, oh, put her on right now. And she did, and like she was like really good, so I was like, no way, like that's fire. And so I always wanted to like get in touch with her, but like she was always like shooting me down and saying like, nah, like I can't make music, or like I quit. And then like I moved to Chicago and I kept asking her, and then like just like nothing went through. So I guess like I texted her first, like I just hit her up and I was like, yo, like you really make like great music and stuff, like I think we should be on a song together. And then I moved to Chicago, and she quit music. I moved back, and she's like, okay, I'm back like making it, like let's make a song together. So then I wrote like a whole song called I Made a Song About You, and then she like sang part of it. And then, yeah, like, the rest is history,
That's cool, man.
Oh, yeah, she's a 956 artist, too. Like, she's from down here.
There you have it. She might be on one of these episodes, maybe. Don't know. Let's see what happens next. But, besides that, we'll get into that later. As of right now, you mentioned Childish Gambino and Tyler, the Creator. Now, I'm assuming those are big influences for you. What other influences do you have that make you want to keep making music, or that have made you start making music?
I'm very influenced by like rap and rock. I'm very influenced by like Green Day is one of my favorites. Like I remember when American Idiot came out, and then I remember when like it came out on like Broadway, and I was like, no way, like that's like what an album can do. Like, just like make a whole like random show on Broadway, like that's cool. And then Tyler the Creator, Childish Gambino, Trippie Redd, like those are like the main people. Like I don't really listen to like a lot of other people's music. I kind of just listen to like my own, and then like those like mainstream artists that like I just grow attached to because like I found out about them before they were like peak potential.
What process do you take in making music? Like what do you initially do? Do you smoke a bit? Do you drink, or what you do?
Different things just make me make different versions of songs, like different types of songs. So like if I'm drunk, like I kind of just like say anything. It's kind of like won't make sense, but like yeah. If I'm off like a Xan or something, then like I don't know, like I'm low key like the goat when I'm off a Xan. I don't know why. Like I'll just say anything, but like it'll actually like make sense, and like I'm kind of like just riding in the back seat of like my own brain, and everything's just like flowing good. And if I'm on weed, like sometimes, like that's when I'm like the most creative with it. Like that's when I can like write something. Like that's when I could just like sit down and like actually think of like what I want to say, and like things will actually like creep up on me through like emotions, and I can put that onto paper.
Do you believe that, now that you said it, do you believe that pot can definitely bring out creativity in someone?
Yeah, I just don't think that it's for everyone, and I think that some people just aren't in like the right predicaments or in like the right headspace before they like smoke. But that's like just with like any drug. But yeah, like I think that like if you're like doing good, if you want to be an artist, I don't recommend like just smoking and then like trying to like put like a pen to the pad. But like being an artist and then smoking,
Give me a minute, sorry.
I think like just being an artist and then smoking, like that just like changes the whole like game up. Yeah.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. I definitely respect that. I believe that as well. That it's not for everyone. And not everyone should try it, or not everyone should be on it. That's just me. Now, how long have you been doing music, man? I know you're only 19. So how old were you when you got introduced into making music and making raps and songs?
Back when I was like three through like 5 or something, I used to live in this. I used to live in these like in this family center, like a place for like women and children, back in like Minnesota, like the Dorothy Day place or something like that. And like I used to watch like these movies that I got from the pawn shop, like Get Rich or Die Trying by 50 Cent, or like Aquila and the Bee with Keke Palmer in it. And I would just sit there and I would just like write these like rhymes all the time. I would just like sit there and rap. And my name was like Lil Ice Block back then. I was like a little kid. And like kind of like my whole childhood, I was always like planning out like what I wanted to do like with music. And I would do that with like my sister too. Like she would always be like, oh yeah, like let's play pretend or something, like I'll be your manager or something, like let's write down like all these things. And so like a lot of these things just like really like push me to like keep me going. And also like my brother, he makes music. And like once I found out he makes music, that really like pushed me to like move forward, because I really like his music. Like I really genuinely like his stuff. But like me and him, like we just don't promote good. Like we're not good like at promotions or anything. And like we kind of just make this music for ourselves. And I just remember in like 2012, I was up in Minnesota for Christmas, and he got this laptop, and we spent like hours trying to get like FL Studios on it. And then like we finally did, and we just like kept trying to like make songs and like make beats. And like he's been doing that like ever since, like 5 beats a day for like 7 years now. And I really think he's gonna like make it. And like that's the thing that like pushes me to keep going. Like that's like a real big like influence, just seeing like my family go through the same stuff, and like I want to go through that same stuff.
Cool. Other than new music, man, I know obviously you're making new music. I know you mentioned to me before that you have a new project out called Escape, or not out, but you're working on it. And tell me what that's about, what that's going to be about, or how you came up about that project.
It's kind of out. I'm not good at making projects and just like sitting on them and then releasing them. So I've just like slowly like when I'm done on the song, I just release it and put it on like the playlist, and like anybody can listen to it kind of like until like just like the album's like open until I'm done with it. But like anyone can listen to it. It's not like in a particular order yet until like it's finalized and all that, but like it's out, but like some new songs will be added to it. And I came up with the it's spelled like ESKAPE, which is like, you know, it utilizes like the S and the K from SKorzano. And I was like 15 when I made up the name SKorzano. So like that's what I really wanted to make, a project named Escape, because I thought that would like sound cool. And like when I make music, it's to like escape my mind and like my mental like prison. And I feel like that's what a lot of people do with like expression. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to like create something that like showed like my prison cell, like my mind.
That's cool, man. It seems like you definitely have a lot of stuff going on for you right now as far as music series. You have features on your music, and you're featured on other artists' music too.
Yeah.
What's it like to like be getting calls, or like be getting people to like, hey, can you do a feature and stuff like that?
Honestly, like a lot of people look at it like, oh yeah, rap is like entertainment, and like, you know, like, oh, it's kind of like easy. Like some people might look at it like that, but I mean, like, it's not. Like a lot of this stuff is like work. You don't really want to sound the same all the time. Or me personally, like I just have too many like things that I don't want to do. on a song. And so like it just like becomes hard, but I really do like the fact that like people will call me and like want me to like be on their song. Like that's the part that like really gets me, and it's like dang, like that makes me want to keep going just because all these people are like telling me that like I'm good and like they want me on a song because I'm good. And like I even get calls, like I have a friend that's up in like he works at like record labels and stuff, and he calls me after like I drop like a real good song, and he's like, yo, like this song, like if you could just mix it better, because like I don't really mix my stuff like that good just because I don't really like care that like other people listen to it. But he's always like, yo, like if you're like really like ready or like serious about this, like I can put this in front of like you know, like the good eyes. Like I haven't really like done that yet, but like I still like just getting those calls and just getting like, you know, people like complimenting me, like that just really like boosts me. I already feel like I'm the fucking GOAT, but like but like just like that stuff is like boosting. That stuff is really like, it feels great, honestly.
So you already have a fan base. So for people who are listening that don't know who you are, don't know your music, don't mean to put you on the spot here or anything, but what's so far your favorite song that you have released?
Dang. Okay. So my favorite song, like I have on different streaming services, I have different like songs. So like you're not gonna find like the same song on like other streaming services. So on YouTube, I'm gonna say it's Dumb Boy because there's like a music video to it. It's fire. On SoundCloud, I'm gonna have to say I Love Typo, just because I Love Typo 336. Like that one is that one's a real like certified banger. Like I don't know, I just need to mix that a little bit better. But like that one is just like, it's one of my first songs that like has hit like 1K like real quick, and like I just see myself like getting big off of this like song and like this series. So I really enjoy that. On Spotify and like Apple Music and all that, I'd have to say it's something called like I don't even know, but I know like it has like unfinished in the title because like all my stuff on like Apple Music and stuff is like unfinished. Yeah, I don't really know what it's called. Don't really listen to like my Spotify music, but it's like I have a project out on there. It's real good. It's called like the Heartbreak Tape. So if you want to listen to it, any song on there is pretty fire. Like I'm not gonna cap.
So while we wrap things up here really quickly, what do you think is next for you in the music scene?
Well, like a thing that's always been about me is like I don't really do it like the orthodox way. Like as soon as I like started making music, within 6 months I already had like one of my songs on Spotify, and like that was a big thing for me. Like I didn't really care about like having I didn't really care about like plays or anything. I just wanted to like look professional and like just be like ahead of like everyone else. I didn't want to just be like a SoundCloud like rapper. And so like what's next is like I just want to do things like differently.
Yeah, all right, I feel that.
I want to do things differently, and I want to like right now I'm not really focused on like promoting to like record labels like I used to be doing. Like now I'm like promoting like straight to the fans. Like I'm doing it like straight to the source. I'm talking to like big name channels about like posting my music videos that I shot, because I also shoot music videos. And like I'm just like hoping to like ride that wave of like these big like channels like posting my music, and I'm just hoping that I can like gain fans and gain like actual supporters through that. And I'm also looking for like bigger features and stuff. Like I know that I'm gonna start putting more money into this just so I can like get way more out. But I feel like I've already came so far without putting money into it that as soon as I put money into it, like I'm just gonna like boom, I'm in space. Like just go far.
Well, there you have it. First episode of Christian's Chronicles already done. I want to thank you, Alex, aka SKorzano, for being on this very first episode and making it great, man. Anything else you'd like to say before we sign off here?
You can go follow my brother at Weston Ghoul on like anything. You can follow me at SKorzano at like anything. That's SKorzano. You can follow me on Snapchat at Grimzano. That's GRIMZANO. You can kind of like Google me. I have like a Google page, kind of, you know. Yeah.
Well, there y'all have it. There you go. Go follow him. Give him and his brother some likes. Give him some views. Go follow me on Snapchat. That's Resonated Body Point 2. And drop a comment if you were found by me by SKorzano or by Snapchat. Let me know. Thanks for listening, y'all.
I dismiss it when you call. Oh, you blocked, oh, that's just wrong. Did you listen to that song? I don't love you when it's wrong, but you know you did me wrong, so I had to do you wrong. That don't mean we don't belong. That just mean you did me wrong. We just petty in it, so yeah, I'm fine that you don't go.
As the night brings us dreams, and we stuck in the dark. Let our breath turn to breeze as we fuck in the car. Yeah, you're cold and you're mean, but I gave